There we go. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, everybody. Hope you all had a good Thursday. Great Spirit, guides, guards, protectors, angels, ancestors, divine light, please be here tonight to protect me, guide me, and guard me during this live. Please let only the best, highest, good messages come through from my collective, and allow clarity to be known of what we need to know right now. So I was shuffling the cards earlier, getting ready for the live, and some of the cards that were popping out while I was shuffling, somebody's wanting to dismiss your healing. Somebody doesn't want to see it for what it is. Somebody doesn't think you've changed. Somebody thinks you're exactly the same as you always have been. And they don't think you're ever going to change, collective. And at this point, let them think what they want. Because they're not out here living your life. Okay? Welcome in, John, Renee, Teresa. If tonight's message resonates, feel free to donate to the channel. It's all greatly appreciated. You can like, share, subscribe, become a member if you want to help out monthly. It's all greatly appreciated. Yeah, they're trying to take you out of your healing. But I think you healed these triggers already. You're ultimately trying to move on and they don't want you to. They don't want you to rise. It's pretty well the same old shit. They're causing drama because you're not lost. You know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly who you are. You're no longer running. You're speaking up. You are speaking on the deception. You're opening up. You're facing reality. And you've been facing a lot of injustice. And they're out here trying to create problems for you. They want attention, but you're not giving it to them. And they're out here overreacting. It's either that or they're trying to say that you're overreacting. For me, I'm just reading the cards. It is what it is. I want nothing more than to come on here and provide a beautiful message for my collective. You know, last night's message was very empowering, I feel. And it ended on a good note, I think. I had close to 50 people in the chat last night, which was nice. Last night's message was very empowering, I feel. And it ended on a good note, I think. I had close to 50 people in the chat last night, which was nice. So Spirit said something about a story time read. So we're gonna try to do that with my 3 decks here, my 2 oracles and my tarot, and see how that goes. Let's see what tonight's message is all about. Somebody's apparently watching. Somebody's studying you. Someone's wondering how you do it. How are you pulling this off? That's what Spirit's saying. They've been trying to get you to be breadcrumbed as you move forward. And you're definitely stepping up into a boss-like energy. And you're ending out cycles. And they're wondering how you're doing it. It's the divine. I usually read for people that are tapped in. I could be speaking to an Aries. I could be speaking to a Scorpio. I could be speaking to a Cancer or a Gemini. There could be a Gemini, Cancer, Scorpio involved regarding an Emperor. We got the Lovers, we got the Chariot, we got the Emperor, and we have the Death card out here. So anyway, whoever this is that's trying to disenfranchise you or just give you inconveniences, you're no longer trapped. You were never trapped. It was an illusion that they were trying to place on you. So that way you wouldn't move forward. And at this point, collective, they can't stop you from moving forward. They tried. And apparently they're still trying, but they're not getting anywhere. You just keep bouncing back. Welcome in, Georgina. And Ashley, welcome in. And the Vamps in the house. Welcome in, everybody. Michael. It's great to have you here. I know it's backwards. It says true friends are those you can count on through thick and thin. You're not the only one, Georgina. My deepest condolences to you. Just don't forget to breathe. I was kind of having a bit of a panic attack the other morning. I woke up from a nightmare. And Even though my mother's here, still here, I still feel she's gone. She was gone a long time ago. Even though she's still alive, there's still so much distance between us, mentally, emotionally, physically. There's no listening to reason with her. She's not willing to take accountability for what she's done. And neither is the rest of my family. All they want to do is gaslight me and tell me otherwise. So even though they're here, I still feel like they're gone already. I've tried speaking on how I feel. I've tried to reconcile. I've tried to rekindle connections. It doesn't do me any good. It's a big, huge, fat waste of time. And I think this is Spirit's way of just getting me ready and helping me realize that to help me realize I still need to be strong regardless. Despite it all, ultimately it was my grandmother that made me who I am today. And then I see certain people and they're having issues with their families. They got the white picket fence and they don't even take it into consideration what they have in front of them. It's really sad the way that life seems to turn out for a lot of us. And I do have a lot of compassion for those people that have lost their family members and they can't talk to them anymore. I mean, mine are still here and I still can't even talk to them. So, in comparison, no matter how we to fix things, I really feel that the way things are turning out, it's all meant to be that way. Welcome in, Mary. Don't come in here and tell me to cheer up. You don't live my life. And I don't need somebody coming in and telling me how I should run my channel either. I'm being guided to speak on it. So this is why I'm speaking on it. And if you knew my backstory, and if you know what I've had to endure, you'd understand why I'm speaking on it. Andrea, are you in my DMs? Hello, James. Hello, Wayne. Are you on Facebook or Instagram? Have you had a chance to look at the description box? Do you know how I run things here on the channel? coming in for you, Andrea. Be patient. You thought you weren't getting the upper hand. You still need to keep the attitude of gratitude. You think you weren't moving forward. You were dealing with a lot of lies and deception, and that's why you walked away. But you had to really do a lot of research in order to get there. But you definitely do have something to offer the situation here. You need to call your power back. Stand in your confidence. Something about the non-committal, though. It's going to be revealed to you. You may need to take some time out for yourself to clear out this bitterness. You might want to check out last night's message, the last night's reading. There is a 7 series message, so like a quick series of 7. So pick a number between 1 and 7 and go watch yesterday's reading. Because there very well could be a message there for you. You really need to focus on your independence at this time first. There's a process to this. And I think this is why there's going to be a friendship before a relationship. Because there's still bitterness that you need to alchemize before this can actually come together. Because I don't feel that you're ready for this commitment yet. And part of me thinks that you're still you're still healing, you're still hurting. And this is why the High Priestess is on its side. But there's definitely something here that there's a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy here that's been lying. And you need to walk away from this person. Because she's meddling. They don't want you getting the upper hand with this commitment. This could be a third party. Welcome in, Frey. Forge line, you're a karmic. This is why you're speaking on that. And this is why you're yelling in my chat in order to get some sort of attention. I don't recommend walking into a karmic relationship. And I don't recommend being in a relationship when you're in karmic energy. Yeah, you clearly don't watch me enough. And you're definitely sitting in karmic energy. So, not like your opinion matters. and you only got 9 subscribers. That's sad. 7 videos? You're slacking. Compared to my 700 and some odd videos and my 11,600 and some odd subscribers, you're butthurt and jealous. That's why you're up in my chat, bitching. Phrase on point, really. Go back to RuneScape. Go back to your video games. Welcome in, Ernie. All right, let's get into the reading, shall we? All right, Spirit, what's going on? What kind of a reading is it tonight? I'm borderlining on a story time, but I'm not too sure. So what am I starting with? Okay. I'm not okay. I'm gonna say that. I'm not okay. Trying to hold it together. Trying to stay strong. Trying not to snap. But no. I'm not okay. I know I have a good soul. I know I have good morals. I know I have integrity. I know I have the strength of an ox. The compassion and all that jazz. And I think that's the reason why people try to fuck around and play in my face. It's why they choose to be inconsiderate. Alright, Spirit, what's going on? What do we need to know right now? What does my collective need to know? Seven of Swords. Thanks for all the love, tribe. I really appreciate it. So there's definitely somebody out here that's definitely regretting what they've done. They're definitely regretting what they got themselves into or getting involved in to try to get you to be unstable. There's a King of Pentacles and a King of Swords out here. Somebody tried to get you unstable and somebody's extremely unstable. They play like they are stable, but they're really not. I'm really picking up on a Taurus. I'm also picking up on a Gemini with this. And somehow, some way, they thought they were going to be clever and be sneaky and steal something from you. And we got the Five of Wands here in the reverse. We got the Five of Swords in the reverse. We got the Nine of Pentacles. They were trying to steal you from your independence. The Four of Cups, they wanted you numb. And we got the Two of Pentacles here. So they wanted you clearly juggling more than what you could bear. And I have a feeling they regret it. They could be wanting to come in to reconcile just to do it all over again. So maybe they don't regret it. They don't want you having any type of independence. Yeah, the Queen of Cups. I'm really picking up on a Scorpio involved in this too as well. The Nine of Swords, the truth is coming out. You see it for what the truth is. And somehow they want to come in and either get you to carry burdens that aren't yours, or they want to heal something with you. But all they're doing is lying. They're very deceitful. They're very bitter. They're very unstable. So I feel like they're using a reconciliation to come in, to have a reason to come in. You could very well be off on a new venture, nurturing a new idea, and they're coming in to ruin that commitment or trying to distract you from that commitment or take you away from your higher power or disconnect you from your higher power. They're literally dreaming because it's not happening. No matter what they do, no matter how they try, they're wasting their time. And I'm also picking up on a catfish, so they very well could have been trying to catfish you through other accounts, thinking that they're clever, just to get you to carry more burdens. Yeah, and cause you chaos. This is the whole point of coming in to reconcile, to make you bitter. They want to cause you more chaos. They want to take you out of alignment and get you to act out of character. They're trying to rage bait you, ultimately. Page of Wands reversed. Yeah, they don't want you inspired. They don't want you moving forward. They don't want you having any type of direction. They don't want you tapped into your intuition. They're out here absolutely trying to puppeteer you, manipulate you. And trying to stall you out. You're still going to move forward. They're just trying to slow you down. They know they can't stop you. You're like a freight train. They're trying to put rocks on the track. It's not going to work. They're out here just trying to betray you through this reconciliation, having you juggle more than what you... They want to distract you, right? They want to ruin your new beginning, right? And this is how they're trying to betray you, by ruining your new beginning, trying to get you to disconnect from what you're committed to. And again, there's definitely a Cancer involved in this, thinking that you wouldn't figure it out, but you figured it out. You're investing and you're moving forward anyway. You don't give two fucks about these individuals. They're insignificant to you. These are the type of people that you'd probably hope that they rot, preferably in hell. So I'm moving on to a new energy because this is stupid. Spirit, give me something else. Tell me something good for a change, please. And keep these constant, fucking relentless, pathetic, irrelevant energies out of the mix. Thanks. Yeah, their sabotage is not working out. Yeah, they ruined your relationships. You moved forward. You were still inspired. So they tried to screw up your car. You still continued to move forward. They tried to take away your ability to be in a reciprocity or have any type of support. Right? And they misjudged you. They misjudged your process. They misjudged who you were. They misjudged the whole aspect of who you are in every aspect. And now they don't want to face some sort of judgment for trying to disempower you. Had they known who you are and who you were, I don't think they would have tried you. But they're about to find out the hard way, collective. They should be scared. Because they're not going to be able to call on anyone. And you will be moving forward with success. You will get the recognition that you're looking for, that you deserve. And they're not going to be able to stop you. They're going to be out here looking like an absolute asshat. For even trying. You're divinely guided, collective. You might not have all the information, but the divine is guiding you. And they're all up in their head about it. Like, they out here destroyed your relationship, and you found your independence. Tried to put you in your head and make you spin your wheels and cause you a tower, and you just alchemized it. Welcome in, Melanie. Exactly, Ernie. I couldn't have said it better. Mm. They're being haunted. They're having no other choice but to learn a lesson that you've already healed and alchemized. And they wasted so much time trying to bring you down. And now they're being haunted. They can't get away from it. The people out here trying to humble you are being humbled. The people out here trying to rip you apart are being ripped apart. The people that are trying to break your heart and bring you down are being broken and brought down. You were never clinging to this person. You couldn't wait to let them go because you knew the type of chaos they brought. You're no longer in anxiety. You let go a long time ago. You know this person wasn't worth holding on to. Because if they were, they would have definitely acted different. For them to come back in, they know it's forbidden. They knew this non-committal energy was going to ruin you. It was going to break you. But the fact that you weren't in this lustful energy to begin with, they don't want to come in and validate that you were right the whole time. They don't want to come in with any type of confirmation. They don't want you finding out the truth, that they're facing some sort of karma. Yeah, you got off this roller coaster a long time ago, collective. Serves you right for doing so. I'm happy for you, Forsaken. Yeah, there's secrets of a love affair coming out. Somebody didn't want to open up, but now they want to open up. They don't want to keep things inside anymore. They're trying to plot payback and revenge, retaliation. They're trying to punish you and get even because you don't want to play their game. They're not allowed, they can't come in and puppeteer you and get you to do what they want. So they want to seek revenge on you because of that. Because they can't control you. Isn't that funny? Yeah, you're not into risky business. You're not into the party scene. And spreading rumors didn't do him any good. Having all these petty conversations didn't do him any good. Smearing your image, making you look like a fool, it all backfired. Why? Because deep down, they knew that you unconditionally loved them. You showed them genuine compassion, and you were here for the love. You weren't here to rip them apart like they did to you. And now they can't escape it. They're avoiding, they're blocking, they're pushing away, they're hiding it. They secretly love you. I'm picking up, you're the best they ever had, collective. You're a rarity. You might as well be out here being a whole unicorn. Because they're not going to find anybody like you. They don't make people like you anymore, collective. They're trying to escape and they're being haunted. Yeah, they don't want to reveal the truth. They don't want to share their confessions or shed any light on the fact that they had a dark night of the soul. They had to face their inner truth, and you've seen their true colors. And now, you're just a figment of the past, and they're being haunted. And the thing is that they know that if they were to tell you the secrets that they kept from you, that you wouldn't want to work things out. Even if they begged, even if they tried to negotiate, you wouldn't want anything to do with them ever again. And because the gossip didn't work, making you look like a fool, smearing your image, petty conversations, spreading rumors, because all that shit backfired, you weren't the mistress. You weren't the other woman or man. You weren't the secret hookup. You didn't want to be that. But this is what they kept from you. They wanted to have their cake and eat it too, collective. And this is why they kept it from you. Because there was other people in the mix. And they knew if they told you the truth, you weren't going to accept the terms and conditions of this dynamic. So this is why they retaliated. This is why they tried to get revenge on you, because you wouldn't party with them. You wouldn't submit to their bullshit. You wouldn't turn around and go back to them. now all they can do is sit there and wonder what it would be like if they actually took you seriously. And they're realizing that it wasn't ever like the other people. You gave your all to this relationship. And now they know they ran out of time to commit to you. They were going to come in and propose to you. But they knew you wouldn't take them seriously. They wanted to move to the next level with you, but because of their shit that they pulled, no, they ran out of time. Looks good on them. The thing is, when you heal the trials and tribulations of your past, you heal those triggers, you become a whole totally different person. And even Linda was talking about the other night on one of her live streams about how, you're telling them outright, you're telling them no, and they're thinking that they can somehow swindle their way back in, like they're not taking no for an answer. And I was totally feeling that energy. So kudos to Linda. She's one heck of a reader, I'll tell you. Like she's out here talking about citrus and oranges, and I'm outright literally peeling an orange, eating an orange, and I'm like, Linda, are you a fly on my wall? Like, very tuned in. Yes. She makes me kind of feel like I'm part of a Truman Show when she reads, because it's like some of the things she comes out with is like so on point. It's like, are you my sister? Like, are you living through a hair on my head? Like, what the hell? Spirit, what's going on? The triggers card keeps coming out. They want you having flashbacks, or maybe they're having flashbacks. Maybe they've been trying to trauma bond with you. Maybe they've been dealing with inner child wounds. They want you contemplating your decisions, whether or not you should have stayed or letting them go. It's almost like they want you to regret making these decisions. Or maybe they regret their decisions. Some motherfuckers out here working a fucking voodoo doll while they're watching me. I know that. And I rebuke you. I banish you. And I hope the voodoo doll that you have of me set your fucking house on fire. In every course of the word. I hope it combusts in your arms and your hands. I hope it burns down your fucking altar. Okay? Yeah. All of a sudden they want to commit to you. They're not done. They don't want to move on. They don't want to end these cycles. They haven't learned any lessons, though, collective. And they don't want things to move full circle. They're in denial at the fact that you don't want to party with them. Your outright refusal and dismissal of them. They think you're not facing reality. Meanwhile, you're out here dismissing these triggers, these trauma bonds, the flashbacks. And they don't want to illuminate the fact that they were trying to cause you pain. They don't want to illuminate the fact that they're nasty individuals. They're trying to keep that a secret, so that way they can come in and gaslight you all over again. But the thing is, the divine tapped you in. And they're out here in denial, thinking that they're not going to be able to make sense, that you're not going to be able to make sense of this. They're out here in denial. You've already made sense of it. They are stalking you through social media, but they're trying to do it in a stealthy way. And they think you don't know about it, but you do. They've infiltrated your friend group, thinking that they can get your friends to ask you where you are, so that way they can find out where you are and come out to where you are. They think they're clever by asking other people to try to get information. But you're not telling anybody anything. So it doesn't matter who they ask, they're not going to get the answers they seek. Yeah. You don't want to be no side piece. So they out here wanting, they out here doing spells on you, so that way they could come in with a commitment and give you an offer. They want to go to the next level with you, or so they say. So they out here doing magic, right? And it's all backfiring. Because the more they try to do magic and try to get you all smitten with them, the more you dismiss them. They're out here wanting you to be the side piece. They're trying to find you on dating sites. They're trying to get people to hook up with you to steal your energy. They're trying to prove that you're out here dating other people. They want you crashing out in your emotions. They're saying you're very predictable. They're trying to keep you uninspired. They don't want you seeing their true colors. The fact that they're trying to find you, the fact that they're stalking you, the fact that they're out here dating other people and still wanting to propose to you. Like, talk about taking your cake and eating it too. But all these spells that they're trying to do to bind you, to get you back in their energy, to steal your energy, all that jazz, it's all backfiring on them. Every bit of it. And they're still trying to tether to you. They're still trying to uh, telepathically connect to you. Intuition, dreams, sending you songs, running away, emptiness, feeling invincible, cutting off. You know exactly who you are, collective. You know exactly what you want. And it's not these dirty pieces of scoundrel shit. Okay? These insignificant, tacky ass motherfuckers. You don't want nothing to do with them. Even if they did show up right. Even if they did show up with a bag for you, a bag of money, even if they did want to come in and support you, you want nothing to do with these idiots. And for good reason. I don't blame you one bit. They played their cards, they played their game, and they lost out. And they're finding out the hard way. And this is why they're out here regretting. And this is why they're out here trying to infiltrate your friends group. Why they're trying to infiltrate and slow you down so that way you're hopeless. That way you're busted, you're disgusted, you're dusty, and you're sitting in a ditch somewhere. So that way they're literally wanting to give you no other choice but to go back. And this is what they've been trying to do. They want you in a position where you have no other choice but to go back. And then that way they can manipulate you, they can puppeteer you, they can get you to do whatever the fuck they want. But you're standing on business, collective, and you're very loyal to the divine, and you're definitely in the process of growing. You're definitely elevating. Yeah. They're trying to get you to snap out with everything they're throwing at you, but you're seeing absolutely everything. The divine is seeing absolutely everything. And they're not being gentle at all. And they could very well be out here saying that you're ruthless. And you got opportunities coming in, brand new opportunities. Because you got peace coming in. Yeah. And because of that, they want you to continue these cycles. And they do not want you having any type of leadership position or taking the lead in a position. Yeah. And they're trying to thwart your. They're being ruthless regarding your intuition. They're out here trying to get you to second guess everything that you've been getting downloads for. They want you to second guess yourself. But they didn't recognize or anticipate the fact that you're a wild card. They can't predict anything regarding you. And they didn't want you to have any particular adventure. They didn't want you to be able to live up to your fullest potential. They didn't want you to explore new directions or take risks in order to grow as an individual or change. They wanted it to be all uncomfortable. But you're out here loving yourself, showing yourself love. And you're focusing on the positive aspects of yourself that which make you ineffably unique and beautiful. You definitely have deep wells of untapped inner power and letting go of negative self-talk. So as much as you tap into what's been going on behind the scenes, you're not out here hating yourself. You're out here nurturing yourself. You're out here loving yourself. And that's what they didn't anticipate. They were out here actually wanting you to feel like an absolute epic failure. And what are they doing? They're failing epically at everything they're throwing at you. Isn't that funny? I think it's hilarious. Mm-hmm. They don't have the inner strength to overcome what they're throwing at you. And they're not going to be transitioning anytime soon to a higher level. They're going to be left behind. They were scared to be left behind. And that's exactly what's going to happen to them, collective. Because they tried, and they tried, and they tried, and they tried, and they tried to bring you down. And all it did is build you up. Yeah. Wolves could be could be significant. Inner strength could be significant. Welcome in Rose, welcome in Marine, welcome in Royal. Yeah, you're trusting in yourself. You're trusting in your higher power. Mm-hmm. And they're out here trying to get you to be all unbalanced, and they're trying to control you, and they've lost control, and they've lost balance regarding you. I find that priceless. And they tried to take away your manifestations, and they're coming in anyway. You weave your web in life. What you see before you is the result of your thoughts. If your current reality does not suit you, then it is time to make changes through conscious manifestation. Your energy can bring in all that you desire. I have a feeling they knew this. This is why they've been trying to distract you this whole time. But you may be facing a challenge you feel less than prepared for. This is a reminder that you have all the tools in your spiritual treasure chest to handle this effectively. So take a step back and try to take a look at it with fresh eyes. Continue moving forward. And I think that's exactly what you did, collective. And the thing is you recognized what you're made of. You recognized who you are in your authenticity. And that all came in from loving you, loving yourself, pouring into yourself. And this is why self love and self healing and self respect means something. And they out here trying to kill my life. Would you believe it? Yeah, they out here trying to kill my life. Welcome in, Bradley. Yeah, they totally lost control. Why? Because they got nothing but bad luck now coming in for them. Because that's what they were wishing on to you. It's no longer a mystery who the fuck you are to them. They tried to be the catalyst for change for you, and you ended up teaching them a thing or two. And now they're in darkness. They're unprotected, and they have no other choice but to reflect on what they've done. Regarding the hate that they feel, the self-loathing even, and the fact that they were trying to kill your new beginning. This is why they're not communicating. They're too distracted by their hell. But you have good news coming in. And they're going to be too busy and too distracted to even see that. You're not playing, and neither is your spirit guides. Shit's about to pop off for you. And it's all because they didn't want to let go. And I'm really picking up like an arrow. You're being pulled back. They were trying to pull you back from your opportunities. Okay? And because you let go, you're being skyrocketed into the right direction. Divinely orchestrated. Keep an open mind to what's coming in, but use your discernment. Okay? They tried to take you out of your passion. They tried to get you to lose control of everything, to fit a narrative that you were out of control, that you needed to be locked up, you needed some sort of straitjacket, you were delusional, you were crazy. That's not the case at all, collective. You're very sound of mind, you're very grounded, and you got abundance coming in. So stay productive, continue moving forward. Bradley. Welcome in, buddy. I'm being called to my oracles that I have in my notepad, so I'm going to go ahead and get at that. I've got the unknown oracle, the wild unknown, so I'm going to randomly pick some from the unknown archetypes because I don't have that oracle deck here with me. So I'm going to use the book. All right. So the prayer, the worship, the reverence, the homage. What is prayer? When are we in a state of prayer? And when are we not? To whom or what do we pray? Ours typically, the practice of prayer has been with us since the dawn of time, as a remedy for the omnipresent self-centered thinking that spins us towards illusion. Prayer leads us beyond our ego, and as we move from our little story to the big one, some say that we are in a state of prayer. Anytime that we are not the center of our own thoughts, others say prayer is a natural result of gratitude. Perhaps it is simple, or simply surrender, or service. Whatever prayer is for you, this card reminds us of its importance. So get quiet, low, humble, and soft, and bow and touch the ground as your heart lifts to the sky. Through it, though it may be uncomfortable, it is time. Nothing else will do. So it's time to pray. When in the light, offering to be of service, asking for guidance. When in the dark, expecting results and self-aggrandizement. So ask to be of service. And the tear, the mourning, the release, the rain. Tears are droplets of letting go. Once they begin to fall, we allow the swelling tide of emotions to run its elemental course. Often the tear is what is needed in order for a conversation or a situation to break into the next level of intimacy or vulnerability. Some say that tears are so powerful in softening our egos that they often open up a portal to the unseen world. Through our watery eyes, the ancestors catch a glimpse of us, and we are reminded of their eternal embrace. We sense our humanity, our humility, and we allow ourselves to be held. It is likely this card appears when there is grieving yet to do, a sinking down into disappointment or despair that once acknowledged will bring a shimmer of clarity to our dewy eyes. When in the light, melody, melancholy flowing through, when in the dark, drowning, drama, and murkiness. So I do feel that your ops, your opponents, your adversaries, your people that are or were smiling to your face, laughing behind your back. I really feel that these people are in mourning. These people are definitely in their tears. And I do believe, to some degree, they very well could be praying for a second chance with you, which I don't think they're going to get. Mm-hmm. You have a new beginning coming, collective, or they want a new beginning. They're trying to plant a seed of hope, thinking that they're going to get back in your energy. This karmic was jealous of the dynamic that you and your person had. I'm really picking up on this third party cannot compete where they do not compare. They didn't think that your person or your past person was going to ever find somebody better than them. So they weren't too worried about this whole idea of them moving on. They thought they were always going to be able to or have some sort of connection to your person. We'll just call them your person. Meanwhile, you've walked away from them, okay? And I'm not speaking it into existence that there's hope. But you've already walked away from this person. I know that. That's why they're in mourning. That's why they're in sadness. That's why they are trying to plant a seed of hope that they could possibly have another chance, and they could plant a seed that they're praying. And the thing is, with this other person that they tried to walk away from, I'm really picking up on a substance abuse. There very well could have been alcohol involved, drugs involved, some sort of substance. And this is the reason why they walked away from them to begin with. But one thing that you did recognize throughout the dynamic of your relationship and how they used to speak of this other person that they were walking away from that was possibly a druggie or a drunk, the one thing that you did realize is that your person literally put them in a position where they were using drugs, where they were using alcohol to numb their pain. But your so-called person was being very deceptive, not taking accountability for the fact that this other person was trying to numb their pain through these substances because of the stress that your person was putting onto them. But you peeped it. You figured it out. And this is why you walked away. They tried to bring you to your knees. and they did not want you getting back up. They left you feeling worthless. So you got to figure that if they could do that to you, there's no reason, there's no shadow of a doubt that this is what they did to this other person, and hence why they were on those substances. So just as crazy as your past person was speaking on this third party or this person of the past, you recognize that this person of the past was on these substances because of your past person. And if it wasn't for the stress that they caused for these people, they probably would have been in a better position. And the fact that you walked away from it unscathed, almost unscathed, because you know for a fact they ripped you apart, right? For me, it was like 3.5, almost 4 years now that I've been healing. And boy, did they make it look good. They knew how to gaslight. They knew how to flip the table so that way they didn't have to take accountability. When you recognize this, you may have even reached out to this third person to help them to recognize what they were actually doing, and they didn't even take any type of anything into consideration. They were out here behind the scenes trying to ruin the dynamic that you had with your so-called person. In hindsight, looking back, they were doing you a favor. But at the time, it's almost like they were working together, working against each other. But this third person was in an essence of jealousy or envy at the fact that, holy shit, they found someone different. They found someone more mature. They found someone that was more high vibing than them. And this is why they tried to destroy your dynamic. Not realizing they were doing you a favor and actually, quite frankly, saving you from a lot more heartache than what it would have been. But now they're out here working behind the scenes all this time to try to bring you down, to try to ruin you. So that way the truth doesn't come out. That way they can continue playing their narrative. They can continue playing these stupid games. But because they played these stupid games, now they're winning stupid prizes. And now they're out here with revenge to try to bring you down because of it. And really, they have no one to blame but themselves, collective. They really have no one to blame but themselves. So now they're trying to plant seeds of either doubt, or maybe they're trying to plant seeds of hope, depending on your situation. And Spirit's letting me know that it is coming to a precipice of a backfire. It's all coming full circle. The truth is coming out. And as much as they want to come back in, thinking that everything is going to blow over and everything is going to be fine. They're thinking time heals all wounds. It's not going to work out that way, collective. It's not going to work out the way they anticipate. Because you've rose up beyond this. You're not even in that frequency anymore. And even if they were to show up, you want nothing to do with these people. Your ex-person or this third party, you want nothing to do with them. They're irrelevant. They're insignificant. They're trash. Absolute fucking trash. And they have nobody to blame but themselves. Oh, why can't you forgive me? I thought you were a light worker. Yeah, there's a fine line between idiocy and forgiving. There's a very fine line. If you take them back, collective, you're an idiot. And I'm sure as hell no idiot. And I know you're not an idiot. But they're an idiot for thinking that it's even possible. Welcome in, Taurus girl. Welcome in, Moon. They thought they were clever. They're in the midst of a rude awakening. Let's see what the Lightworkers Oracle got to say. Which one am I going to pick today? Life path. Do you wonder about your divine life path and purpose? You've been enrolled in spiritual training. This training might be obvious in the form of a course you are undertaking, or hidden in a life lesson that is currently triggering your healing, learning, or growth. Whether it is obvious or not, successfully completing this training will empower you to fulfill your divine purpose this lifetime. Further clarity will be revealed to you. The universe promises that you shall know what you need at the perfect time, and in a way that you cannot miss. You're in a spiritual training for a divine mission that serves your soul development and spiritual growth, while simultaneously helping others. It will help you express your spiritual purpose this lifetime. At times, your training may be aligned with study or applying your skills in ways that seem more obviously aligned with the spiritual path. At other times, your spiritual training may be disguised in ordinary life circumstances. If you're unsure of what you are meant to be learning of exactly how you are in the spiritual training at the moment, look to the situation in your life that are causing you the most struggle. This is where you will find your training taking place. The struggle is the place where holding on is competing with letting go. It is, however, nothing to be ashamed of. A growth edge where you are doing the inner work of growing into more peace, trust, and love is a sign that you are certainly growing. It isn't comfortable, and sometimes it might cause fatigue and even a feeling of defeat. Yet you shall not give up. You shall continue in a time that you shall triumph, with a feeling of peace, resolution, and wisdom. If you're feeling stuck, perhaps you're working on a significant issue or challenge that won't seem to resolve itself no matter how much your effort that you apply. Then you're being guided to ask for help from your spiritual team. Using the invocation below, call upon your own higher self and soul to take over all aspects of the issue. And be patient. And do not resist what is, but neither collapse into it. Use your spiritual practice, for example, meditation, journaling, dance, music, art, yoga, time in nature, and prayer. Interesting how that's come back out again. To strengthen you as you move through this training. If you're uncertain about what is happening in your life now, don't fret. Sometimes a smaller desire has to be sacrificed for the attainment of a greater vision. Be at peace and know that all beings shine at the right time, and so shall you. This oracle is also a confirmation that a vision of your path on earth is being shared with you. Whether in small daydreams, big dreams, at night, in meditation, or simply in the feedback that you receive repeatedly from different sources. You're being asked to trust in what you see, sense, and feel about your vision for your life path and divine purpose. Even if you are not clear, trust that it is coming to you with loving divine timing, and be open-minded and listen for what makes your heart sing. Invocation. I call upon the wise and unconditionally loving ones to assist me now, or us, now, in perceiving, living, and manifesting our truest and most joyful life path and divine purpose. Help us know what we need to know, when we need to know it. And with everything else, may we be assisted to feel peace, trust, and patience as our beautiful life path unfolds. Guided by a loving hand of the universe, may unconditional love reach into the hearts of all living beings, helping every creature to find true fulfillment of their destiny. So be it. I'm going to read one more here. Star Child. The light of the stars exists within you. The earth wants you to share that light with humanity. You are asked to understand that you are meant to be here, that you have a spiritual work to accomplish. Give up the idea that you belong somewhere else, to another home in the stars, and instead let the starlight of your inner being shine here on earth, where it shall make such a positive difference in the world. Fall in love with Earth's beauty. She can and will support you in all ways. Have you been dreaming of other places you would prefer to be? Are you wondering if there is more to life on this planet than suffering and struggle? Perhaps you know that you have a mission, yet you doubt that you can succeed. Perhaps you love your life here, but yearn to experience the spiritual purity that exists in the higher vibrational fields of the stars. You may feel like a tourist in need of a fix of your home language to endure adapting to the very different world. Grounding yourself here on earth enables you to fulfill your life mission. You cannot accomplish this without feeling that you belong here. Your feet need to be planted on the earth. Relax and trust that you are meant to be here. You have a special light to share and a particular spiritual vibration to live, so that the current of embodiment, spiritual light on the earth increases. You are part of an important team of spiritual beings working to assist humanity to grow spiritually. The challenge for a star-seeded soul is to accept human beings as they are, without despairing over their darker side. The violence may frighten you, but your love will help humanity learn to use that violence to dismantle old structures and create new ways of being. And it can be channeled to energize humanity with a can-do attitude towards creating a more loving and functional world. Remember, you came to this planet to learn and to help heal others. You agreed to take this journey because you can assist both the Earth and humanity to evolve their frequency. And it is possible. And you are helping to make it so. There are 3 truths that will help you embrace your journey on this planet. Firstly, you carry the purity of your star ancestry in your heart. You can return through meditation or relaxation at any time. You often return to your starborn home during sleep. The loved ones from that place are very aware of your journey here and are helping every step of the way. They send you frequencies from home, like divine care packages, which fuel you for your earthly tasks. Secondly, you are so filled with love and love that you are capable of loving all on this planet. You have compassion even for those who are very wounded and fearful, and at times act out in ways of violence, cruelty, and ignorance. Now the human capacity for courage, compassion, and light is increasing. Your work as part of the team of light-loving beings is already having an effect. Thirdly, as a star-seeded being, you have special resources for your journey here on Earth. Your every spiritual request and need will be met by a loving team of helpers. You get to have a lot of fun in your healing mission if you so choose. It doesn't only have to be hard work, though of course sometimes it will be. Just remember that the stars shine with joy in the sky, and you can shine as a star with joy upon the earth. And this is your nature. This is how you can best fulfill your life mission. Invocation. I call upon the star wisdom of my own spirit and ask that my love, light, power, presence, protection, and assistance shine forth for the highest good. May I shine divine beauty and joy in my life now and always. I feel deep and a true connection to my spirit, to the earth, and to the universe. And may love flow through me according to its own intelligence and healing wisdom to all beings upon the earth through divine grace and our own free will. So be it. I'm going to get one more out of here. Merkaba, spiritual protection. Being open to receive is a way to gain empowerment. I'm going to open this up a little bigger. So being open to receive is a way to gain empowerment, strength, and all manner of assistance. To enhance receptivity, receptivity, it can help to declutter and to cleanse your energy field. This allows for that which is not rightfully yours to be shed. Sometimes this will include the disowned thoughts and feelings of others. When you release these thoughts and feelings, a spaciousness will grow within you. Then you can then receive more of what is rightfully meant to be for you, your divine good in all ways. An open, sensitive person can easily become energetically overloaded. From physical pain to emotional and psychological tension, an overload does not feel good. You may even feel like you are carrying others on your back or in your head. The added weight can drag your naturally light vibration down into anguish and doubt, fear, or despair. Your inner vision, too, may be obscured by the overload. That can make it hard to discern what is yours and what belongs to another. Whether experiencing overload to your system is an unusual occurrence for you, or you have a tendency to absorb and process others' energy, which is common for healers, for psychics, mediums, artists, and other sensitive, open people, you will benefit from a spiritual cleansing. Afterwards, you may feel less inclined to connect with particular people or work on certain ideas, even if they seemed very important before the cleanse. This means that you are freeing yourself from others' input and discerning the true priorities of your own heart. To accept a spiritual cleansing now, repeat the invocation below. And then relax for as long as you need. With the oracle card resting face down over any part of your body that you intuitively feel can use spiritual cleansing, you can repeat this process daily for 3 days or up to 3 weeks. If you feel that you need your rest can be for several minutes or up to a half hour or more. If you fall asleep during your cleansing, that can allow for even deeper clearing. So pay particular attention to what you sense immediately after your cleansing. It is time when you may become very aware of just who or what has been draining you, and be able to lovingly but firmly say, "You must leave my energy field now," and not return without my express verbal permission. Of my own free will, so be it. This oracle is also confirmation for those of you who have been questioning if a relationship, a person, or situation has been draining you or transferring negative energies or thoughts into your energy field. Your insights are correct, and you can now use this energy clearing process to remove the cords of attachment and release any negative energy from the person or situation. I will say this extra slow so you can join me if you would like to participate. I call upon unconditionally loving divine protection, the sacred chamber of light, the Merkaba of divine light is around me now. I choose, of my own free will, under divine authority, and grace, to release any and all connections, content, and contaminants that do not serve me. Through unconditional love, I choose of my own free will to take my life journey in the most joyful and loving way possible. I open to divine grace for cleansing and protection of my integrity at all times. I am free to simply be in the truth of me. And may all beings be blessed and protected. May all beings be happy and free. Through my own free will, so be it. I was called to go to the next one, which is rather interesting. So Archangel Michael's got a message. I need a sip of my coffee. Archangel Michael loves you unconditionally and serves your soul journey. He brings you a spiritual gift now, the key of light. This key allows you to open any door, clear away any obstruction, and free yourself from any prison or enslavement, physical, emotional, or psychological. There is no need for you to feel trapped or locked out of a situation that you want to get into. You now hold within your hands a divine key that will assist you in many ways. Archangel Michael has a message for you. You have the power of the divine within you. You have the ability to free yourself, no matter whether it seems that another person, a set of circumstances, or the entire world holds more power than you. Your power of freedom is unconditional. It doesn't require that outer circumstances change in order for you to be free. Though as you choose freedom, outer circumstances often change very radically. For now, be free. Use the key of light. This means staying true to what you know for yourself. Gently and lovingly assert your truth now. Do not cave into the naysayers and fear generators. Most especially, do not collapse under your own old fears or doubts. Gently and persistently cleaving to the light within will bring you through any apparent obstacle, free you from apparent prison, and ensure your divine destiny is fulfilled. All doors shall be opened to you. You are being given a gift of unconditional grace. So step back and radiate love from your center. That is your way. You do not have to betray your spirituality to fight. You can fight with love and trust, and that can be your way as a spiritual warrior. In each moment, you choose love and trust. You are fighting the good fight. You are learning that love is expressed in no as much as in a yes. For when you fight against those who want you to deny the truth, you are standing clear and strong in loving truth. Michael helps you realize the strength that you already have within you to do this. This oracle is a message for you to trust in your own ability to triumph. Right now, you are the key to success. You must believe in yourself. You don't have to force a door to open. In perfect time, according to the divine grace, all doors will open for you. Your dreams and actions will prove themselves in time. No person, place, or thing has any power to hold you back. The key of light is spiritual permission from the universe to succeed in your life mission. You shall not be held back from your divine destiny. You shall be empowered to succeed. Refuse to give up on your dreams. This may mean freeing yourself from situations or relationships that have enslaved or controlled you. When you are ready, this can be done with great gentleness, compassion, and strength. Free yourself with love, not fear. You may need to lock doors to the past behind you. With divine empowerment, you can completely and utterly allow the past to be over. You will find that new doors can then be unlocked for you. This is the key. Invocation. I call upon Archangel Michael and the key of light. I give thanks for the divine gift of liberation from any restraining circumstances. I give thanks for the opportunity to completely close any door I choose and open any door I choose. I am grateful to the loving encouragement of the universe, reminding me that I will be successful in fulfilling my divine life purpose. May I be assisted by unconditional love to use my power of freedom with wisdom. May all beings be blessed by the grace of the divine, so that the past ceases to hold them in pain and new opportunities of love can be accepted. May humanity open the door of light and love within. Through our own free will and the unconditionally loving guides that serve human evolution, so be it. And so it is done. Thank you, Taurus. Aw, Moon, thank you. Shira, welcome in. Welcome in, Mandy. Lots of love to every single one of you. Sweet dreams, Moon. Whenever you decide to get there. Check out the links in the description there, Lang. Taurus girl, maybe unsubscribe, and then subscribe, and then bell, and click all. Take it all off and put it back on. Otherwise, turn it off and turn it back on again. That's usually what does it. As well, for notifications, you might want to check out your phone if that's where you're getting your notifications. Your notifications for YouTube within your phone might be shut off. So that might be the factor as well. You might have to turn them on. But you'll know whether or not you get notifications if you have them on your phone. Then again, somebody might have silenced it. Who knows? But I just double check on that. Well, there's definitely trials and tribulations still happening, but it's definitely it's definitely on the up and up. The energy is definitely shifting. I just had my birthday, and that was bittersweet, just in itself. I caught my family eavesdropping about me. They're the ones that called me. And I sat there listening to them talk about me for about 5 or 10 minutes. And then they proceeded to go and speak to other people and tell them a whole bunch of fucking lies to get them on their side and to get them all disappointed in me just in time for my birthday. So, yeah, that's my family for you. And they wonder why I'm cutting them all off. You know, if my life hasn't been as, disappointing enough, they gotta go and fucking ruin my birthday. Like the toxic pieces of fucking shit that they are. And then they sit there and say, oh, but we're concerned about you. We're concerned about how you're living your life. I'm out here empowering people all around the fucking world to heal and inspire them to rise above their bullshit and cut out the fucking assholes in their life. But apparently I need a real job. Like, make it make sense. And these are people that never made anything of themselves. Would you believe it? These are people that spent 3/4 of their fucking life on welfare. So I just take it with a grain of salt and I recognize where it's coming from. And I think they're low-key jealous and envious at the fact that I'm very resilient, I'm very persistent, and I'm very consistent. The fact that I've been going at this going on 3 or 4 years now. And yeah, the videos, the subscribers that I have now, and it's only raising, it's only rising. And despite what all they throw at me, all the bullshit that they're talking about in behind the scenes, everything that they choose to speak on, misjudge me on purpose, I'm still amounting to more than they could ever be. And I know that. And that's the whole family. Every single one of them. And I don't give a fuck if they've been to school, if they've been to college, if they've been, like, I was the only one out of my mother, my father, and my sisters to graduate high school authentically. My older sister ended up going for her GED, so she didn't even go through her classes and whatever else. She ended up getting a GED, which I think isn't the same. I at least got my high school diploma. And I didn't have to take a couple years and go back. I was consistent and I got it done. And I didn't even do grade 8. I got promoted from grade 7 to grade 9. So I even skipped a grade. So it is what it is. And I have a feeling, because I know I have success in my destiny, there's definitely something there regarding that. They've taken it upon themselves to create storms in my life so that way I don't ever amount to anything. And I'm still here doing my thing. I'm extremely proud of myself. I have every right to be proud of myself. And I have every right to be proud of every single one of you for all the work that you've done over the last 3 years. And I'm extremely honored and blessed to have you all here. And I'm extremely honored and thankful that you guys are along for the ride with me. So thank you. Hugs right back at you there, Taurus. I might be able to do it. Can I? Is it going to work? Do I have to go like this to do it? Is it going to work? Let's see. I can't even see. There we go. We'll just do this. There we go. And this. Hey, Mass. I'm curious, is Little B lurking in the background? Yeah, Ashley, because she was jealous. She was envious. Yeah, because you're not sleeping well. You've been struggling and you've been dealing with stress, and you haven't been giving yourself the time to just chill the fuck out. You've been burning your wick at both ends, and you are biting off more than you can chew. You're juggling more than you can handle, and this is why you're feeling this way. So you need to call back your energy, and you need to start prioritizing self-care. And that means being a little bit more gentle on yourself, Mess. And Spirit's saying you need more chicken soup. I don't know. It could be one of your ancestors coming through saying, yo, they need more chicken soup. It's good for the soul. Poor Moon. She's probably laying there, all tucked in, and then crunch, 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 crunch.
These are my new favorites. I can't even hold the bag up. Loaded nacho. They're tasty. After work in the morning, but I just want to say hi. You guys have a good night. Hopefully I can catch you later. Probably. I'm gonna have a short collective this evening coming up because it's after midnight. So I'm gonna have a Friday night open table. So I'll be having another open table tonight. They're already flavored, right? So if they were the regular ones, I would add dip. Some guac. Holy moly guacamole. But anyway, collective, I think this is it for now. I'm going to do a short collective tomorrow, and then I'm going to open up the table. So if you would like to get a message, members first, and then donations. If Andrea is still here, make sure you stop in tomorrow night, and I will throw you a couple more cards. I threw you a bit of a message tonight. But I will throw you more cards tomorrow. If you're still here. And if you show up tomorrow night. Sweet dreams, James. January 23rd. Yeah. And then January 22nd. It's right on the cusp of
Capricorn, Aquarius. Go figure. My mother's on the January 20th. I like to try to start them about 8:30, but that doesn't usually end up happening. So I end up going a little later than that. Capricorn, Aquarius, the 21st of January. It's right at the cusp. Capricorns and Aquarians in their karmic energy, I stay the fuck away from them. No offense. In your divine energy, you're beautiful people, beautiful souls. But when you're still learning your lessons, you're just a heap of trouble. That's all I gotta say. And I'm learning this from my own experience. But no shade either way. It's all good. Karmically, I think my most disliked sign, I would say, karmically, would be either Virgos or Geminis. Karmic Geminis, like, get away from me. They're nothing but a fucking head mess. They're nothing but a bunch of confusion. Don't know what the hell they want. They're constantly in conflict with themselves. They're constantly gossiping. And the thing is, if you look it up on Google, Virgos and their karmic energy, and I think Gemini, but mostly Virgos, are like literally like psychopaths, serial killer. 9 times out of 10 are a Virgo or a Gemini. So I don't trust them as far as I can throw them. Now, again, I'm not throwing no heat or shade at Geminis or Virgos. Virgos in their genuine energy, they're beautiful people. Same thing with Geminis. When your head's on straight, you're beautiful. When it's all rickety and a couple screws loose, get the fuck out of my way. Leave me alone. Not all of them, but they're very, very much, if they're in their karmic energy, they are. But Virgo and Geminis, they aren't necessarily all narcissistic. Every sign has the potential to be narcissistic, and it has nothing to do with whether they're a Virgo or a Sag or whatever else, whatever sign they are. Mind you, karmic Sagittarians, ugh, they're literally a walking fucking dumpster fire when they're karmic. I've known a couple. The thing is, Sagittarians, they're usually beautiful no matter whether they're in their divine energy or their karmic energy. They're usually very beautiful. Like, smoking hot. Whether they're man or woman, whatever, it doesn't matter. They're fucking smoking hot. It's very difficult to differentiate. I think that's why the Hood Witch calls them Sagittarius. I fucking love her. She's awesome. I miss my Hood Witch. She's good. She's good beans. But she's been rather busy lately, so that reminds me, she just posted a reading on Facebook. I gotta go watch it. Go check it out. That last reading that she did, though, it was not resonating with me, so I just kind of clicked off. I figured, okay, it's not my reading. I'll wait for the next one. I'll be patient. Yes, there is, miss. Yes, there is. Well, they're a fire element, right? And they like their freedom. They don't like to be tied down. They do not like commitment. But if they are willing to commit to you, fuck, you've got them for life. Anyway, kids, just to help you feel a little younger, you know. Thank you for joining me this evening. I will catch you all later, tomorrow, tonight, whatever you want to call it. It's 1 a.m. here. So, the Schumann resonance was off the hook, and then it went dead, and then it's back up again. It's surging. So, April 9th through to the 12th, the 13th, and the 15th, and the 19th. This is where the horse ear is going to start to activate. So if you don't have shit in order, if you don't have things in alignment and ready to go, and if you don't know where you're aiming the arrow, that should be your first priority right now. Okay? I'm telling you they're at right now. Everything else that you leave behind isn't going to matter anyway. But once you get shot off in with that arrow, there's no stopping you. So, step into it. It's gone. It actually does. I wasn't done yet. But yeah, I want to go for a cigarette. I ended up making a tuna salad there the other day, and it's like a party in your mouth. I put apples. I put celery. I put tuna, 2 cans of tuna. I put old cheddar cheese. I put mozzarella cheese. I put feta cheese. I put Parmesan. I put dill. I put cream cheese. What else? I put a orange pepper. I put some pasta, some mayo. Mix it all up. It was awesome. Can you do a face reveal? What does that mean? Yeah, I'm not shaving. If you want to see what I look like shaved, you got to go on my Facebook. I actually just put, I just posted an archive picture from back, I think it was 2016. It might have been 2016 or something, even way back further than that. I'd much rather have the facial hair than not. I'll tell you, every time I shave, it's very, 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 very painful. Like my skin burns for days and days and days. Like it just does not let up. And then it gets itchy. Oh, it's itchy. It gets 10 times itchier than what it is right now. Sweet dreams, Renee. Have a good day. Whether you're going to sleep or whatever else. I figure if the Most High did not want me to have facial hair, then I wouldn't have facial hair. Yeah, Ashley, but you have to shave everything else in order to be included into society. It's not fair. I think it's torture, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's not utter torture. But anyway, you kids have a good evening. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm gonna go have myself a smoke and maybe eat the rest of my potato or my pasta tuna salad. It don't last long when I make it, that's for sure. It don't stick around too long. I guess I'll catch you back here tomorrow night or tonight, whatever your time zone is. Be good to yourself if you can't be good at it. So that way you can be good to others. Thank you all for the donations this evening. And if you feel like you want to throw a super chat or whatever at me, or you want to go watch another video and throw super thanks, you're more than welcome to. You can order your own personal reading at Hipsy. It's always open. So go ahead and do that. Many different price points. So I don't know why you guys aren't taking advantage of that more often. Like, I specifically got that set up for you guys. So, and American Express, MasterCard, Visa, Google Pay, Apple Pay, debit card, credit card. It's all there. So I don't know what's the holdup. What kind of trouble did you have on Hipsy? Hmm? You're saying it hacked your phone, or was your phone already hacked? Try on a tablet or try on a desktop rather than your phone. I find it doesn't work all that well on a phone. It's better on tablet. I'm going to reach out to support at Hipsy again and just say, look, you guys got to revitalize the phone version. Because I use Hipsy through my tablet. I don't even use it on my phone rarely. And it's mainly because of the way they got it condensed. It don't add up. The measurements and whatever else, it's just, it doesn't add up to what it should be. At least that's what I see. That's what I feel, and that's what I think. But on a different device like a computer or a tablet, it works well. But anyway, have yourselves a good evening, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao for now. Love you lots.